Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's topic is polycystic ovarian syndrome, also called as Steen-Leventhal syndrome. So the causes of PCOS can be defective aromatization in ovaries, theca cell hypertrophy, or normal peripheral aromatization. So there are two types of cells in the ovaries known as theca cells and the granulosa cells. So the theca cells under the influence of the LH hormone secretes androgen. And this androgen in the presence of the aromatase enzyme is converted into the estrogen in granulosa cell under the influence of FSH hormone. So the estrogen or the estradiol or E2 is responsible for the secondary sexual character development in females. So this is the potent estrogen present in females. So if there is any defective aromatization in ovary or if there is any theca cell hypertrophy, so this androgen production in the body will be raised, and this raised androgen will cause hyperandrogenism in body, and there will be anovulation. There can be other causes, there can be other problems occurring, like infertility can occur. So all these problems together are grouped under polycystic ovarian syndrome, and this is a very common syndrome seen in females, especially in today's life. So let us see the pathophysiology of PCOS. So the pathophysiology of PCOS is whenever there is any peripheral insulin resistance in body. Why this peripheral insulin resistance occur in body? It is mainly because of the unhealthy lifestyle that we choose, the unhealthy diet that we take, all the refined food and everything that we take these days. So this all that causes peripheral insulin resistance, and there is the stimulation to the pancreas to secrete more and more amount of insulin in body, and there will be hyperinsulinemia in blood. So it will cause stimulation to ovaries, and the ovaries will become hyperactive and they will produce more and more amount of androgens. So the androgens that are produced in high amount are mainly androstenedione and the testosterone. So this will ultimately stimulate liver, and in liver we have a hormone called as SHBG hormone, sex hormone binding globulin, which is responsible for the binding of the androgens. So the 80% of the androgen is binded to this hormone, and this increased amount of androgen decreases the production of the SHBG hormone, which will ultimately leads to the more free androgens in the blood circulation. So it will again cause peripheral insulin resistance, and it will again stimulate the pancreas, and there will be hyperinsulinemia. So this cycle will go on, and this is the pathophysiology of PCOS. So the symptoms of PCOS. What are the clinical presentations of a PCOS patient? So there can be anovulation. Anovulatory cycles will be present. The patient will complain of not having her periods on time, and whenever she have her period, she will bleed heavily. So there will be oligomenorrhea. Delayed cycles will be present, followed by heavy menstrual bleeding. Whenever she will bleed heavily. So, and there will be hyperandrogenism. Androgen levels are raised now. So this hyperandrogenism will lead to hirsutism in body. Hirsutism is the abnormal growth of hairs, acne, and the serum testosterone level will be raised. And this anovulatory cycle will ultimately lead to infertility in long run. And the other long run risk that occurs is diabetes, is basically because of the peripheral insulin resistance that is occurring in the body. The endometrial hyperplasia. What is endometrial hyperplasia? So the estrogen is responsible for the proliferation of the endometrium. right? We all know that in a menstrual cycle there are two hormones that are basically involved, the estrogen and the progesterone. So the estrogen is responsible for the proliferation of endometrial wall, and the progesterone is responsible for the for bringing the secretory changes in the endometrium and for shedding of the endometrial wall. So whenever there is a chronically elevated estrogen in the body, in PCOS there is a chronically elevated estrogen levels. So there will be no estrogen peak and there will be no LH surge taking place in PCOS. That is why, which is resulting into anovulatory conditions. So the estrogens are the estrogens are bringing all the proliferative changes in the endometrium. Since there is no ovulation, so there is no formation of corpus luteum, and corpus luteum is responsible for the production of the progesterone. So प्रोजेस्टेरॉन बनेगा नहीं, तो प्रोजेस्टेरॉन उसमें सिक्रीटरी चेंजेस नहीं लाएगा, तो शेडिंग ऑफ एंडोमेट्रियल वॉल नहीं होगी, जिसकी वजह से मेंसेस विल बी एब्सेंट. तो एक टाइम आएगा जब एंडोमेट्रियम प्रोलिफरेशन कराता रहेगा और एक टाइम आएगा जब उसकी वॉल इतनी थिक हो जाएगी, यूट्राइन वॉल इतनी थिक हो जाएगी कि वो अपने आप शेड होगी. तो जब शेड होगी तो सीवियर पेन भी होगा और साथ ही साथ हैवी मेंस्ट्रुअल ब्लीडिंग भी होगी. सो डिलेड साइकिल्स तो होंगी, साथ में हैवी मेंस्ट्रुअल ब्लीडिंग होगी. तो वो नॉर्मल नहीं है, वो एबनॉर्मल है. और ये जो continuous proliferation of endometrium hai, this will lead to endometrial hyperplasia. So the endometrial wall can become hyperplastic. Endometrial cancer can also occur. Breast cancer can also occur because estrogen is also responsible for the breast development in females. Osteoporosis in postmenopausal females, there is estrogen deficiency, so they are more prone for osteoporosis. एंड यहाँ पे भी ईस्ट्रोजन की ही डेफिशिएंसी हो रही है. ईस्ट्रोजन का एक पीक नहीं आ रही है, ईस्ट्रोजन क्रॉनिकली एलिवेटेड है, तो इसकी वजह से भी ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस की कंडीशन भी देखी जाती है और फैटी लीवर भी हो सकता है. सो व्हाट आर द सिंड्रोम्स रिलेटेड टू दिस डिजीज? सो द ट्रिक इज हेयर एन. H फॉर हाइपर, A फॉर एंड्रोजेनिज्म, I फॉर इंसुलिन, R for resistance, A for acanthosis, and N for nigricans. So what is acanthosis nigricans? So this is a clinical feature for insulin resistance. So this is basically velvety patchy black pigmentation at the nape of the neck. All the females that will have peripheral insulin resistance will have this velvety patchy black pigmentation on their neck, at the back of their neck. So this is called as acanthosis nigricans. This is a clinical feature. This is a clinical feature which is present in females having insulin resistance. अभी के लिए इतना ही, बाकी नेक्स्ट पार्ट में.